Hi everyone, this is Diane. Shall we see about getting a little closer to finishing this glue book? I figure whatever I have done on December 31st means the book is finished, because I'm going to start on my new one in January. And this is almost done. But there are still some spots that I want to pay attention to. I have some more purple flags here, so I guess probably thought this was a little bit too empty. This is one background page and one word there. But I don't want to cover, her face is in the background, but I don't want to cover it up. So I'm not sure what I want to do. Maybe I could just put a little piece of border or something on it. I've got all my baskets surrounding me. Just adding some extra color and interest, I think, to the edge of the page. And let's see what else we can do. And cut quite enough of that off. Okay. All right. I'll look for something in here. I'm bound and determined to use that Oreo, smiley Oreo, somewhere. I like that, but I don't want to cover too much of the flowers. If I cut that off, that would be interesting. I think I like that. That's cute. I'm going to have to cut that out and see how it looks. That would be very whimsical. I think that's adorable. And I think that's what this page needed. So I'm going to start off by cutting off the edges of these circles. I don't want to cover the word beginning. I really like the textures on that white circle, contrasted with the smooth, shiny green. It's pretty cool. Do I want that on top or underneath? I want it on top. Kind of binding everything together, I think. So, last time I talked with you, I said I was going to be going to Wellsboro to the Dickens of a Christmas, and we did. It was about an hour and 20 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. So it wasn't bad. And it was a gray day, and it actually started first lightly misty rain, and then it became a heavier rain. Not real heavy, we could still be out in it. But it wasn't, I didn't really know what to expect. But there weren't a lot of people with the costumes. The vendors, some of the vendors, quite a few of the vendors had costumes, and they were really fun to see. And there wasn't anything Dickensian about it except the few people that were in costume. And it was a lot of vendors and food vendors. And you could go in the shops, but everything was really crowded. The streets were, you were just shuffling along the sidewalk. The main section of the road was closed off to traffic, so you could walk in the road. But if you wanted to see the shops and the vendors, you had to be on the sidewalk. But in the middle of the road, sometimes there were scheduled some music. So the first one we heard was a bagpipe playing Christmas songs. And then I think it was an accordion. I couldn't see the person, but I could hear it. I think it was an accordion. And then the best one was a group of carolers dressed in Victorian costume, like the bright red long coats for the ladies and pretty dresses, long dresses. And the men wore long black coats and top hats, and some of them had sprigs of holly, and that was really fun to get to see that. But I enjoyed it, walking around, and I need one more piece. Oh, by the way, I should show you. Last time I got this out, I had 2 pieces prepared to go in here, and then they disappeared. It was because I put them in one of the baskets that I was packing up and moving out of my way. So I was going to show you that I put them in here, but I don't remember what page it was now. But they're in here safely, those 2 pieces that I couldn't find. I think it was those. There they are. So now, there it is. I found it. That page is a lot more interesting now. And we went into a candy store, like chocolate. They had other candies too, but we went in there, and the things that I really would have wanted were cream drops in different flavors. I'm not going to buy them because that's what I'm making. Yesterday and today, that was on my schedule to make my different flavors of cream drops that I make, because I'm having my Christmas day with my sisters and my parents tomorrow. It's the only day one of my sisters, she's got a lot of kids. She's got 5 boys, and they're scattered around, and so she's, we have to kind of do things when Barbara's available. So we're doing it tomorrow, and that's good because we'll get the candies done, and I give that to them as part of their gift. That's why I have to get it done. And then later, closer to Christmas, we'll have the cookies. We won't have everything all at once, So I wasn't about to buy their cream candies, although they looked really good. Much prettier than what I make, because they drizzled white chocolate over the tops. I don't do that. Now this page is simply a background, and then I cut out these words and glued it on. Come see what the wind blew in. But I think, oh no, it's got this texture back here too, like a bunch of textiles. But I think it has a lot of interest and movement in the picture, so I like it just the way it is. So I guess I'm going to put something on here. I like this gentleman. Oh, and then on the way home, Justin had seen a candy shop. I didn't even see it on our way there, so he asked if we wanted to stop there on the way home. So I said, of course, I'm never going to turn down a candy store. So this very brooding gentleman is going to be backed with this pastel color wheel. Pretty, huh? So we went in and didn't buy anything there either. But they had samples of a dark chocolate bark. You know, it's just, a bark is the chocolate that's poured out into a flat pan, and then it's just broken up into pieces. So they had this dark chocolate bark with peppermint pieces, little like crunchy peppermint candy pieces in it. And so they were samples. So on the way out the door, I took a sample of that, and that chocolate was so silky smooth. The peppermint flavor was great in it. I said, well, if I had tasted that on the way in, I might have bought some of that. Justin was willing to turn the truck around because we were already on the road when I said that. He said, tell me now. He would have turned around and gone back for me. I mean, we weren't very far down the road, but I said, no, keep going. I don't need it. But it was really good. I'd like to know how to get that silky feel to your chocolate. All I do is melt semi-sweet chocolate chips with either shortening, or like a tiny bit of shortening, or paraffin for some of the candies that I coat. Well, this isn't a journaling card, so I should probably cover the back too. Maybe this is his lady friend. I did buy a stuffed fabric country style heart, and it has a string on it so I could hang it on the tree, or I could just put it, you know, put it somewhere as a decoration. And there were some candy cane, I think they must be made out of a really heavy wire or wood or something, but I think they're wire, and they were just wrapped with homespun plaid calico, and I thought they were really cute. So I got 4 of the candy canes and 1 heart, and I put them all on my tree when I got home. Did I buy anything else? I don't think so. Oh, some Max wax melts, because I didn't have any Christmas scented wax melts to scent my home. These little borders from Pioneer Woman magazine come in handy. Got 2 little pieces that maybe I'll use. Now, what else can I put on her? Maybe one of these jeweled pieces. I guess I'll go with that. when we do the flip through, when we're all done with this book, I'll have to pull out the cards and things that are tucked in the envelopes so we can take a look at them too. I think it's fun to just do a nice flip through of a completed glue book or collage book. I have, oh, I laid him down in the glue. I have another collage book that I've shown you before, and I haven't worked in it in a very long time. And I want to, it's one of my things I want to do this year, for next year, is, didn't have the gap on it, use some of my vintage ladies that I cut from magazines and catalogs. And I want to explore doing different kinds of collages with them. Won't that be fun? It didn't start out as being strictly, you know, using vintage ladies in the collage book, but I kind of started doing that and kept on doing that. So first, I don't know how many pages, quite a few pages, are just collages. Some of them are Marguerite Miller collages. And then after that, it just kind of settles into using vintage ladies and then collaging around them. So I want to do some more of that since I have so many. I have a hard time using them because I like them. So I might as well put them in my collage book, and then I can keep them. And then I will be okay with using more in journals that I sell, I think. And speaking of glue books, I have been cutting the pages. I already had the covers done, and then I didn't do anything with them for days. So I almost have enough pages cut and prepared, because some of them I had to sew together because they're slightly wider books than a 12-inch paper will fill. And I'll have to put an eyelet in the spine so that it'll be ready for making the beaded strings. And I can sew them together. So I think I'll have the glue books done this week. I'm also hoping to list some of the vintage labels that I've been collecting. I ordered a bunch of different kinds from eBay because I wanted to use them, but they're not cheap. So I figured the best way to get them is to buy them in bulk, so quite a few in number in the package, and then I can sell some of them and recoup some of my funds and share with you guys, so you don't have to buy big amounts of them. So hopefully that's going to work. So I've got bundles prepared, and I'm hoping to get to the listings and the video this week. Maybe even get started on that tomorrow. Today's Monday, so actually if I get to that, working on that listing today, that's what I want to do, is work on it today and have them go in my shop tomorrow while I'm at my parents' house, so I can hear all the cha-chings while I'm celebrating Christmas with my sister and my parents. Whatever. Hopefully I'll hear cha-chings. I'll put that on top so that we know. Well, it will be sticking out the top a little bit, but actually I'm going to use one of these. These are Pink Monarch print tags. That was in the wrong bag. They belong, oh, maybe not. Nope, they go in here. Try to find some that match up. Nope. I think I like this one with the little scallopy top, so I'll find another one with a scallopy top. I know there are more. There was a whole row of each. There we go. It's like I'm working in a junk journal now, making a tag. But no, this is a collage book. I have to remember I'm doing it's not a collage book, it's just a glue book. But I'm working on this little piece and it's making me think of it as a tag. Oh, that's not the one. Here it is. Okay. And that's how it looks sticking out of the book, or the pocket. You get a lot of tabs in this Pink Monarch Prints kit. And I have 2 different ones here. I have another to decorate. I'm going to remove this and put a strip on there. Shouldn't have taken it off before I had this ready, right? Done a little crooked, and some of the sticky is still exposed. So I'm going to move it down and then put another strip on, because this isn't wide enough to cover up all the sticky stuff. I love that, but I'm not going to put it where it's going to be hidden. Put that somewhere where I can see it. I think this one is nice with the colors there. Same on both sides. Okay, now let me do a quick collage on this. I wanted to use one of my art journaling faces that I've cut out of magazines today. So let's see what we have here. Let's see, that's not I don't have a basket of just art journaling faces, but this one is about the right size. And then I have this basket with bigger faces, bigger pieces, but it has some faces. But I think I like this one. She fits on there pretty nicely. So I need a background. That gives some interest and texture. I think we'll do that. Because it's a smaller piece, doesn't have a lot of room. That's a good way to add some interest. This is embroidered on a, it's not actually an art journal face, it's an embroidered face on fabric. So I'm cutting it out the way the fabric was not straight, you know. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac for her because this is a thicker paper and glossy. Maybe I'll just put some flowers here. I have so many flowers to use. I think it's all roses from a rose book at the bottom. These are smaller images. That could be interesting, having her sideways. I used to have these pink coneflowers. I didn't know they came in red. Well, I haven't done too much. I didn't do much over the weekend as far as organizing or crafting. And that's how I want it to be. I'm trying to be comfortable with that. I have a hard time not being in here or, you know, doing something that has something to do with the shop, whether it's things I'm going to list or organizing my supplies or listing and destashing and creating. And so I'm trying to be comfortable with just being here and relaxing. I didn't do a lot of relaxing, but I was doing other stuff because I was making the candies and I was gone most of the day, Saturday, to the Dickens thing. I didn't go to church yesterday because I woke up and it was pouring rain, and I don't like to drive on the highway in the rain, and my back was really tight. So I just decided to stay home. Once my back started feeling better, I got to work on the candies. Had to keep resting my back. So, but I would have had to rest my back doing candies any day anyway. It just tightens up. So today, let's see, yesterday I made raspberry, cherry, orange, and lemon. So now I have to make buttercream, and my son wanted peppermint, so I'll make peppermint patties. But the thing is, the recipe that I use is a peppermint patty recipe, and I just adapted it. Instead of putting the peppermint flavoring in, I put in the flavors, you know, the different flavors, and then add food coloring to make them match whatever flavor it is. So when my son said, can you make peppermint? I said, yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. So I'm adding that. I mean, I've made them before, peppermint patties, but I will do that again. See, I'll move her up a little. I like that she looks like she has a secret and she's peeking out from the flowers sideways, but I could put her like that with a flower over her eye. That's cute too. Okay, let's just do that. That's not her. bad she's going to be hiding in a pocket. Okay, now I just need my flowers. It rained hard all day yesterday. Well, I shouldn't say all day. It stopped and then started, but it rained for hours in the morning. And then it stopped for a little while, and then it started raining heavily again in the afternoon, and then again in the evening. I think we're supposed to have a warmer than normal December, but then we'll head for the cold temperatures. That's what I heard. We had some really bitter cold days just before the warmer days came back. But we haven't had snow to speak of. Had a light covering one morning. Isn't that cute? I like that. I've got this little piece here. It says, "We love coneflowers, late season color for your garden." So I wonder if I could find a label or something little to put on top of that. Where'd my little thing go? Oh, it's right here. My box of littles. I guess I'll just use those. Because I have to move on. We're at, what, 39 minutes? So there's that, and there's that side. Probably need to add something to that side too. There's a Tiffany taxi keychain. her little neck scarf. I took the time to cut this out in the last video, so now we get to use it without spending time cutting it out. Okay. I want her to be the first one you see when you pull the card out. Meaning me, because it's my book. Okay. I think I had decided to put one of these house number digitals here, since that's a building, apartment building. Maybe I'll do both. But the printing got cut off on the edge there, so I'm going to put a little blue ink on that. I think after I did the last session and I was cleaning up, I kind of was flipping through to see what else was left, and then I quickly pulled things like words and numbers. Now, where'd that page go? I lost it. I don't think it was this way. Well, I'll set that down. See, it's in the book, and I lost it. Well, I'm sure we'll find it. Let's just move on to the next thing. That's ridiculous. I even lose a page that's inside a book. I wonder where that came from. Okay, so this card is done, this card is done, and there's the page. Jeepers. It was the very next page. Sorry for the squeaky chair. I would love to get one of those really nice high back gaming chairs or something. I don't lean back in my chair much while I'm crafting, but if ever. Those chairs look very comfy. So I pulled this out. Why am I tired all the time? I think I am tired all the time, but must be I was feeling it that day. I know we're probably out of time, we're probably past 45 minutes. And I don't like to go beyond 45 minutes, but I just wanted to do a page. So I guess you don't need to see me cut this up and glue it in, but I'm going to add it to this page. So let's take a look at what we did today. And I can show you the other elements that I pulled that I'll probably finish up after I turn the camera off. Okay, where did we start? Here. I think that was our first page. Then we did 2 inserts, front and back. And then those. That's it. So I'll glue these words on. I should leave that clip on so I know where to find this page. And I have this phrase here, cravings for colorful chaos unleashed. Perfect for that page, right? It's colorful chaos. And then here I have be bold. Yep, so I'll add those words and then we'll do another session probably before the end of the year and get this book finished up. So I had fun. I just have fun just going through and gluing things down without a whole lot of thought. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you feel inspired to try a glue book if you haven't, or to get your glue book out and work in it a little bit. I'll see you very soon, and I hope you have a creative day today. Bye-bye.